Hi everybody, this is Robert with Deep Thought Cycle blog, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do a blog today or not, so I might stop it halfway through. We'll see here. I really wanted to pump my tires up to 6 bar to go extra fast. It looks like I'm riding a 4.5 or 5 right now. And yeah, which is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. So, I got no time to put my tires up. Got no time to mount my speaker on my handlebars with the bungee cord. So, no speakers tonight. And no time for anything in life. We'll see how I do on this. They got this road closed right here. Kind of spoils my sprint a little bit. So today is a big day. They had the International Astronaut Conference in Australia, and I saw only the part where Elon Musk speaks, but I think there's a lot of other announcements I gotta check out. So I was really busy when that came out. I was trying my best to listen to his speech. You see, I had some problems with my Linux configuration. I was running this special custom PPA that I sometime added a long time ago, and I can't remember all the special reasons I added that PPA. And if you don't have Linux, a PPA is like a list of software sources, like a resource list. And Linux is built from many pieces. And the PPA is like a recipe book, recipe list, and some of the recipes on that list were not working. They weren't upgradable, and it was causing me a upgrade error that did not affect my usability However, I believe in having a well-maintained system. So I wanted to fix it. And I couldn't figure out why. So the only thing I could do was to back up my, oh, there's a Tesla, hey. Back up my Linux installation and reinstall it. And in the past I used Ubuntu, which is a version of Linux with a GNOME shell. A little bit different. I just did the pure GNOME install without using the Ubuntu make and the Ubuntu installation stuff. No big deal. And I carefully went PPA by PPA. I got a lot of PPAs until I find out what was the offending culprit, which recipe list was given the bad ingredient, and then get all my stuff back to where it was. Wasn't that hard, but I did it. I did it on the train yesterday and today. On the train it was really tough because there's a lot of tunnels going to Nanning. Wow, so many tunnels. In every tunnel it would break my 4G connection, right? And I was not able to fix it on the train, but I did fix my trackpad and mouse on my Dell Precision M6800. I took it apart on the train and there was a ribbon cable that was loose. And it was loose for a long time. I just didn't have time to open it up. And I had time on the train. I went to get tickets yesterday. It's a Chinese lunar holiday, mid-autumn festival coming up. So everybody, that's called the Golden Week, National Day, whatever, man. Many names, I guess, for this holiday. And I went, I should take my shirt off, huh? But I'm late. No time for dilly-dallying. So I went and I tried to get a ticket yesterday, and they were sold out. So that was bad news, because like I couldn't take a bus because I have class right now, and I promised Qaletaqa I'd pick him up. I can't believe the tickets are sold out. So then I was leaving, there were these scalpers, kinda people selling tickets, like all shady, like, hey, where are you going? And I said, Nanning. And then they said, we could get you on the train. And I said, okay, how much? My Chinese is not really good for this shit, right? And like 200 yen. And buy a ticket to this place to get in. And I got my colleague up there, call this number when you get to the 3rd floor. And I really, you know, if I didn't get Qaletaqa, it'd be a couple weeks before I could get him. Because the holiday, he was really excited to come home. So, all right, and it started to feel real shady, you know. I get up and I call the guy, I meet him, and he's all hush hush on the down low and follow me and don't talk to me. And then I seen he got a couple other people coming up, so they're like making money, man. And the normal ticket was like 115 or 120 yen. And I paid 200, which is a lot. But I needed to see my son and bring him home. And the high-speed train is the only thing that goes there in 4 hours, you know. The bullet train takes 8 to 10 or 12 hours on the bus. So I followed him around, and he's all right, 12:30. And come here and stand in front of me. And I don't know what, I thought he was like a worker there. And he was gonna give me a ticket and let me on the train. Let me tell you what this snake did. In the turnstiles, he pushed me through behind somebody else. Like if you go get on the subway and you don't pay for a ticket and you just walk behind them when the turnstile is open. And all this happened in a matter of seconds. And he ran off. And here I am. And just realized this motherfucker just basically made me lie and cheat to get in there. And that put me in great danger because I don't steal and I don't lie and cheat like that, right? So I found myself on the platform on the train, scared as shit, man. And I got on the train, grabbed a seat, realizing what just went down. And I was worried about my arrival. What the fuck's gonna happen now? And when I got there, I just peaceably exited through almost the same way as I came. And there were a lot of seats on the train, and I paid 200 yen to that joker that cheated me. Wow, those guys are bad, man. And they were doing that to a lot of people, man. Now when I got to go pick up my son, there was a lot of tickets coming back. No problem. I was so happy to have paid for my ticket. Me and my son cost $330 in together. You know, I don't want to be sneaky and all that other shit. There was so I got to get my son in Qaletaqa. I seen his mom there. We only had like 15 or 20 minutes to get back on the train. You know, I seen his little brother Lily. I was surprised, man. Qaletaqa put on some weight. Got to be taller, stronger. He's full of stories now. He knows how to plant rice. Telling me about carrying buckets of mogwai, which is buckets of papaya, and tell me about how he was busting his ass on the farm, and helping his mom out. So I was real proud of him, man. I think that 3 months out there was real good for him, I think. I better hurry up, huh? I think it was a good thing for him. And brought back a box of bananas. And I swear to God, it's the heaviest box of bananas I ever carried. It'll take about 7 days for them to ripen up. But I'll tell you what, these bananas were grown without pesticides and other stuff. And I can tell you, knowing the farmers out here, they use a lot of pesticides and shit in fruit. You don't want to eat that stuff. Look at this joker. So he's really excited to be back home. And he got a lot of quartz he found, like a lot of quartz and rocks. And he's interested. I hope he'll be a geologist one day, if that's his interest. And but you know, they don't have any quartz here. And where there's quartz, there's gold a lot in Australia. And so I want to try to get back to their house, go look for gold, man. Awesome. Because there's no quartz around where we're living. I have to go down there, go detecting. Can't afford it right now. It costs a lot of money to go up and down. It's a real shame. This geology here, no quartz at all. So I'm having to see Qaletaqa, and my wife seems friendlier. Let's hope things can maintain. I try to go faster going uphill, not just going downhill. You know, it's awkward going outside with only 3 of my 4 children. Like a car. missing a tire, you know? So it's good to have him back. I can't believe he's getting so big and strong. I wish I could go to the gym and go work out with him. He's got a good body that could build a lot of muscle and stuff. I just don't have time, man. Don't have time, man. In the next 2 days, I will work very hard on getting the boys their lesson plans to start their homeschool, hopefully by Monday. But next week being a holiday, I could have all my attention focused on my kids, schooling, and that's good. If I got some free time, we're gonna go out to the mountain park, do some metal detecting, go out to an old concession area, see if we could do some metal detecting there. And get the ball rolling, get everybody ready in school. And then I could focus on getting additional jobs when this holiday's over. So, Elon Musk. That's funny. Smashed into another bike, huh? Elon Musk gave a presentation that had more anticipation than anything. And he was so nervous and so unsure sounding. I don't know what was up. You know, you have to remember, Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, his kids, his ex-wife, the government, he has a lot on his plate, man. And I know, man, he's the only guy I know that's as busy as me. each week. And I know you laugh at that, but sure, man, I am busy, man. You guys don't even know that, do you? I'm a busy bee, man. And Elon Musk is the only guy I know that is also that busy. And you know, I always admire Elon Musk. I think he's a great speaker and says great things. But I heard him, and when he opened up his speech, I was thinking, what's going through his mind? And I don't have time to read what the common consensus is on his speech. I had to ask myself, is Tesla okay? Is there some kind of government pressure on him? It seems like he knows some bad news is imminent or something. Has his own death been foreshadowed? He wasn't even in control of his own slideshows, right? Quite strange, right? And it seemed like not a huge update at first. The size has shrunk. Talked about the coolant, the propellant. In all actuality, this rocket design seems so simple, huh? I'm not a rocket engineer, but you got a cabin, a tank for coolant or for propellant, and a tank for oxygen. You got 4 engines, 2 large engines, 2 smaller flaring engines, and 4 small engines. Real simple design, man. Real simple. And I know they said that instead of locking to a side cargo door, they're gonna lock on the launch bay locks. I know they got on the launch bay, they have some sort of not locking, latching mechanism on the tarmac to run the fuel, and they're going to use that same mechanism to connect 2 BFRs, big fucking rockets, ass to ass there, and it seemed pretty ingenious. I have to say though, it seems a little bit risky because they use the rockets to land, and if they're connecting like that and they damage them, then that would jeopardize their landing. That'd be my only concern with connecting like that. However, big news, I thought, was the fact that you could collect space debris and other satellites. That seems pretty interesting. Secondly, that it can contain enough coolant, I keep saying coolant, sorry, propellant, to go to the moon and back without any localized propellant production. That's pretty awesome. Now they said on Mars you'll need localized production, which is a bit disappointing. A bit disappointing. But they say that should be easy on Mars. Easy peasy, I don't know. By 2022, they plan on sending like 3 missions, I think. 1 non-crewed or 2 crewed or something, I don't know what it was. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I better be in shape by then. That's why I'm on a bike right now. I gotta cut down on the salad dressing. I know. That's all I eat is salads, though. I really wanted to take the subway today because I was running late. But I thought, fuck it, we'll push it. And here we are, making the push. So, towards the end of the presentation, we saw, like an afterthought, Elon Musk's momentum increase as he casually, like I said, like an afterthought, like not even the main deal, said that you could travel anywhere in the world in under 30 minutes. That means in about the time we've been talking right now, you could have gone from New York to Shanghai. And he makes it look so easy. Everybody up until this time was banking on him, rising money through satellite business. Nobody had the foresight that he was going to take over the automobile, sorry, the airline business. I can tell you right now, United Airlines, Boeing, Airbus, they are shaking in their boots. He has just dropped a bomb on their industry. If his, and this is Elon Musk, my friends. This is, I mean, as you start the speech and you start the conference, sounding so blasé, blasé. You're like, man, what happened? And this is like a, after it sinks into you, the enormosity, whatever it is, the hugeness of his thinking. One ship capable of Mars, the moon, the space station, international flights on the same platform. That's phenomenal. And that is how many different sectors. Maybe he's scared because he is proving a threat, a giant disruption to business like never before. I mean, he's disrupted the automobile agency. A lot of people don't want to say it, but look at Elon Musk. Look at the electric cars coming out, the electric trucks. It is because of Tesla that all things electric cars have skyrocketed. I mean, look at GE, GM, how they had their own electric cars that they created and destroyed. I mean, he's got the jump. Now I didn't catch the other people, but I did see, was it Lockheed Martin? Lockheed Martin has announced that they're going to have a reusable launch platform to go to Mars with NASA. And they had the renderings of it. They said something like, oh, it's based on the Orion launch system because they don't want to design anything new if they don't have to. That was the article. Oh, the shit is so funny how far behind in the game they are, but they're powerful with all the military funding. I don't put it past them, but we could see them, and that's the second company this week. If you listen to my earlier bike blog, I talked about the Chinese company, and I told you there will be no more non-reusable launch systems. Like even in the presentation, Elon Musk said it's almost crime-worthy, criminal to create a rocket and use it once and then crash it. Save money? That's like saying, oh, we'll take the landing gear off the airplane. Phenomenal. What's this guy doing? So, you know what's sad is the underappreciation of Elon Musk. You know, there have been some astronauts, I can't remember who it was, like Buzz Aldrin or someone. Yeah, I got him on Facebook and Twitter. But when asked about SpaceX, they were pessimistic and ridiculing Elon Musk. And that was, I don't know, I think that was before he got the NASA contract. And then they interviewed Elon Musk like on 60 Minutes. And you could almost see Elon cry. Said that they were his idols, and why not come and check out SpaceX and do a tour? And if you saw the last meeting in Guadalajara, Mexico, or if you saw this meeting in Australia, I mean, this is huge. This is much bigger than Kennedy, who said, by the end of the decade, we will put a man on the moon. Well, you know what? Kennedy's speech has been played over and over. But with the military industrial complex that is behind the scenes and mainstream media, sadly, Elon Musk and his achievements and his milestones of discovery for humanity have been totally muted. From the human race. From dominant discourse, we could hear nothing of his achievements. I mean, he said, I think, SpaceX has relanded 16 rockets. 16! There is no other company. What, Blue Origin? Are you kidding me? There is no other company that, and no other government that has even came close to that achievement. And we're just talking about SpaceX. We're not talking about other advancements that Elon Musk has made. However, despite the overwhelming abundance of innovation and aspiration and total fucking coolness, kick-ass, in your face. I mean, he said at the space conference today, he said, man, it's 2017. Why don't we have a moon base already, right? Hell yeah. I am almost curious at the speed in which he has created these achievements. I am almost wondering if I am naive, and we are all naive, to think that the military-industrial complex has not already put a base on the moon and not been to Mars already. I would not be surprised if this is all a fucking hoax and we're getting ready to open up the little can of worms about, I mean, look at Lockheed Martin, out of the middle of nowhere, has a reusable launch rocket. They say that was based on the SLS, and if you look at the animation, it's nothing like the SLS launch video is. You might say, wow, they came up with that really fast. But let me tell you, if you're saying that they came up with the competitor to reusable launch platform just because Elon Musk, look, Tesla was not the first electric car. GM had a great car, the EV1, that was wonderful, but the politics of power and gas and oil, they were more valuable to GM than letting their creation run. So I don't doubt that what you see in the reusable launch vehicle from Lockheed Martin, they might have been forced to reveal that vehicle due to Elon Musk. However, that could be like a 30-year-old design, man. They had complete control with no transparency. You think that General Motors would scrap in secret an entire fleet of awesome electric cars and the military-industrial complex would not keep out of sight? You know what's funny is I saw the quotation, and the quotation said, oh yeah, we're gonna use what we learned from the SR-71 Blackbird project, and they quoted all these old secretary projects. That was a press release when they unveiled the BFR, the competitor to SpaceX. Like shoving it in your face how secretive they've already been. So Elon Musk has a lot to fear and a lot to sound nervous about. I'm sure he's probably been contacted by people that have tried to dissuade him from providing and doing what he wants to do. Due to the threatening nature of shining light on pre-existing, most likely long covered up projects. So my personal hats off to Elon Musk. He is a hero, and I hope whatever fear and nervousness he has comes to pass. He certainly is in great danger. Most likely due to his unique position. So that's about all I have to say, everybody. I'm in awe. And you know what? It's people in science and knowledge like Elon Musk, which I believe will hopefully break down this wall of suppression and division which permeates humanity right now. I mean, the modern day Howard Hughes, Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, he is all of it, yet completely ignored and washed over by the mainstream media. Even Mark Twain said, a newspaper is more, or Napoleon or someone said, more dangerous than 1,000 bayonets. Okay, we need to get out of here. I'm just not going as fast as I need to go, guys. Sorry about that. Who knows if I still got battery in my camera or not. I'm happy I did that vlog. I hope that was recorded. I've got time to stop. Awkwardly, man, my feet were so swollen today. I could not close my slippers from Artie. So I'm wearing my XC90 shoes, which I love them, man. I always loved these shoes since I bought them. They're stiff, molded to your feet. Great shoes to ride in, man. have to do a review. Got reviews coming next week as I get some time. Are you really gonna do that? Fuck, man. Asshole. Happy to ride today. Need the exercise. Need to not be late. Sorry guys, I got nothing to say. Nothing to say. I'll leave the camera on though. Assuming it's still on. Gotta concentrate on going fast. Which I haven't been doing very well, have I? New lights. Oh, nice. Ooh, I like the street now. No more traffic for me. Beautiful. 15 minutes to get there, folks. I'll try. Not trying, we're dying. Uncle Tom's Cabin playing in my head right now. Redoing the streets, huh? That'd be nice. Riding on a cheese grater, man. Woo! Have some airs on that shit a little bit high. Woo-hoo-hoo-wee. All right, man. 29-inch, baby. Okay. And this must be the new pavement right here. Asphalt, I mean. That's nice and enjoyable. I didn't think the old street was that bad, that they had to repave it. See, everybody's gone. Sorry, the streets are empty. They already started their holidays. I seen them yesterday. You can check out my Facebook for my on the train pictures. I know I look pretty terrible in them. All right. My bag's out, I think. Fix that. Bad thing about jumping with panniers, man. A new street again. It was just new already. What a waste of resources. There was nothing wrong with this street. Just burning money, man. Goodness. Eight minutes. I have seen the light. Come on, baby. That's the first time I've done that. I'll have to take that little turn more often. Fresh pavements. And I'm too slow.